Mama used to say charity begins at home and prayer abroad. And so let us not forget that the same kind of stand your ground law that exists in Florida exists in Georgia. Listen to me. Stand your ground is a clever euphemism that hides the agenda of a gun lobby gone mad. Don't let anybody fool you. It is not about self-defense. This is not an argument between those who believe in self-defense and those who do not. People who know the law know that self-defense has always been in our law. It's called the castle doctrine. But the dangerous thing about this law is that it says you do not have the obligation to retreat. You do not have a moral right to cool the situation down, to walk away, not just in your home, but on the street. Can you imagine on the streets of America, citizen against citizen, person against person, with a dangerous mix of racism and classism? It is a dangerous combination. Martin Luther King Jr. used to say that a society that says an eye for an eye means everybody blind. And we say to our politicians that you are blind. And we think that stand your ground is the right way to go. So don't be fooled, my beloved. Our politicians have been bought and bought. The gun lobby. This is not about public safety. This is about the profit of those who profit off of death. And so we have to continue this fight. Earlier this spring, I went to the state capitol to challenge those same legislators who said what we really need is guns everywhere. They said we need guns in schools. They said to the preachers we need guns in churches, although we did not ask for any guns in our churches. If you've ever been to a church meeting, you know that the last thing we need is a gun in our churches. Because Christians aren't always very Christian. The last thing we need is a gun in our churches. This is the agenda of the gun lobby. But listen to me, the irony is when I went into the state capitol to fight against this ridiculous law in the state of Georgia, before I could get in the capitol, speak to the lieutenant governor, before I could get into the capitol to speak to our state legislators, I had to walk through a metal detector, take out my cell phone, put it in the basket. Why? Because guns are not allowed in the state capitol and working in our churches and in our because the governor said just this week, and he didn't see anything wrong with the Georgia stand your ground law. He said, and I quote, it is very similar to the statutes in other states, including the state of Florida. I didn't say that, Nathan Deal said it. He said there's nothing wrong with Georgia's stand your ground law because it is very similar to the statutes of other states, including the state of Georgia. Including the state of Florida. Did he see what just happened in the state of Florida? We must move. Stand your ground. The common ground. The common sense. We can do better than this. We can heal the beloved American soul. As I wrap up, let me thank Trayvon. Let me thank the spirit of this young brother for convening this meeting with an invitation sealed with his own blood. He is a lens onto a larger landscape moral contradictions that underscore America's unfinished business with race and racism. Step back now for a moment. See the larger context. He was a part of the matrix of America's growing and increasingly privatized prison industrial complex. Over 2 million people in jail, in prisons in America. Only 9 million people in prison worldwide. How is it that the United States of America has about 20 or 25% of the world's prison population? How is it that prison construction continues unabated even while crime goes down? This is not about public safety. This is about profit. This is about our humanity. This is about those who do not understand that unless we all stand together, we will die together. And so he walked into the matrix of this dangerous combination. Black men who circulate through the prison industrial complex, they come out, and in this year in which we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, they again experience the same discriminations against which Dr. King and others fought 50 years ago. Tell our young brothers you go through the prison system, even after you come out, employment discrimination legal. Housing discrimination legal. Voting discrimination legal. We have to fight against this monster, and through the lens of that, George Zimmerman saw Trayvon Martin and killed him on that night. But he came quickly. He died quickly with the prophecy on his lips. Listen, and I'm done. Trayvon Martin died wearing a hoodie. Somebody said that made him look suspicious. Well, isn't that ironic? What's so frightening about a black man in a hood? History will suggest that we have plenty of data to be worried when we see other folks moving through our neighborhoods. Keep on your hood. To penetrate you, keep on your hoodie. Don't allow anger to penetrate your heart, keep on your hoodie. Don't become violent, remain non-violent, keep on your hoodie. If I was wearing a hoodie and he was carrying iced tea. Iced tea is made from hot tea. So to have iced tea, you have to first have hot tea. And in order to have hot tea, you have to take the tea bag and drop it in hot water. When you drop the tea in hot water, when you drop the tea bag in hot water, it does not become worse, it becomes better. We're trying to drop America in some hot water. We hate America, but because we love America, we're putting it in hot water and some flavor in some hot. Was carrying a bag of Skittles, a refreshing treat in a hard, sugary shell, bringing joy and delight through a multiplicity of colors and flavors. Any child will tell you that there's no such thing as eating a Skittle. It tastes all right by itself. But if you really want to experience joy and delight, you have to take all of the Skittles in the multiplicity of colors and flavors. is take the rainbow. Some of us are Christians. Some of us are Muslims. Some of us are Jews. Take the rainbow. The same.
Here